of the Overwatch Pretenders. I am your caster, Hodahori, and today we've got two teams ranking it up, trying to make sure they get into the right rankings of contenders before the season starts. My co-commentator today is Matey A. How are you doing, Matey?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. So the two teams up here, Breakthru and the Skyhounds, they are playing in a competition called Overwatch Pretenders. But it looks like we are just getting booted out of the game here real quick.
A little bit of technical difficulties.
Yes, it looks like Yorunichan's still in charge of the game. I think he wanted to actually said, I think there was not a ready set here from Breakthru, so a little bit of a delay here. So, but in the meantime, let me introduce my co-commentator, who is also the coach of Breakthru.
Yes.
So tell us about your team today, Matey. So, like, as we playing along, what is the average SR, and how is your team going to be approaching this match here against the Skyhounds?
All right, so my team's current SR average is around 2.6. Overwatch Pretenders is basically about taking people who are of lower SR and teaching them to get better at the game by putting them on actual teams and in a ranking system like contenders, and then putting them against each other. My team's strengths, honestly, is putting out damage. Like, we have quite a few damage dealers, like Who is a Hanzo main. I know they get a bad rap, but Who is a former support main that actually found her gift in Hanzo, so that's pretty cool. And then also Sad Widow main, like you'd expect, is Widow / Hanzo. So a lot of damage for my team.
Yeah, so with a damage focus, do you see your team being a little bit more aggressive and trying to sort of showcase your DPS players in that way?
Honestly, their strength would have to be their comms. Like, that's the biggest part about this team, and their ability to talk to each other and group up. Which is something we've been working on, really, because whenever we first started, it was really hard for them to, like, get that synergy going. But as they've played together and they've been playing a lot of comp together just personally, and so they've gotten that synergy. So that's really the biggest strength my team has.
Oh, right. Fantastic. So coordinated play is a very, very big plus here in Overwatch. So we're going to see some of that hopefully come through from Breakthru. Is there anything you know about the Skyhounds that you're going to be playing today?
Honestly, I'm going into this a little bit blind. I'm not going to lie. I've been part of Pretenders for about 4 months now. And so I don't really know all the teams very well, but it should definitely have a good competition.
Oh, absolutely. So it looks like here now both teams are going to be coming out onto the field. It looks like they are going to be ready here, as it looks like Breakthru will be on defense first, as a couple of them jump off the edge here. I think just sort of testing out their sensitivity, maybe. Who knows? But it looks like we weren't going to get a real... looks like Neuter and Ollie Wop will be the support, and Neuter will be going on as main tank. As you said, who will be the DPS will be on a Genji this time, and Sad Widow main going on the Hanzo. So we'll see.
Which honestly, it's kind of a surprise. I'm sorry, but it's a surprise that she's on Genji. Because at the beginning she was struggling with it, but I told her to keep practicing in competitive, so I'm actually really excited to see what she can do on Genji.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting here, as they're going to be going in straight into a dive comp coming out of the Skyhounds. So it looks like here main tank will be Golgi, and he will be leading the line here along with Rhombus, who will be the support on the D.Va. So they dive immediately on top and bring in their Doomfist with them as a fight occurs right there on the ledge. And as they're poking through, it looks like they're not going to be able to get any sort of push there, as Rhombus gets demeched and killed immediately. Golgi goes down too, and down goes Pumpkin on the other side. So Skyhounds getting rebuffed here on this initial push. Good job here from Breakthru.
Honestly, this is all about control of the high ground. So if you're not diving the support, because Ana was completely uncontested, so she's just punching heals in there, and so of course Skyhounds, Breakthru is going to stay up. So they need to dive that Ana if they want to even take this point.
Yeah, Neuter went down there at the very end, so hopefully that does not affect them here on the dive as they come through. So it looks like Roseford got an initial sort of blast there from the Winston, but immediately is protected. They're not attacking that Ana, as you said, but Neuter goes down again, and they're getting a little bit of push here as Rhombus actually gets demeched. So the Doomfist from Noi will actually start to, Inno1 will actually come in, and a quick Dragon coming through just to force the rest of the supports back here from Skyhounds, as Skyhounds having some issues. They're ulting here on the point, trying to see if they can sort of do anything. They realize Shadow Main's up in the, Sad Widow Main, excuse me, is up at the top, but he's going to go down, and this is a fight won again here by Breakthru.
And look at if you look at the ultimates right now, Breakthru has a clear advantage. Like, they have Bomb to stall the point, they have Lucio's ult, they have Nano, and they're about to have Blade. I expect a Nano Blade out of them this next fight, and I think this is over. Yeah. Like this next fight is over already. Yeah,
I think with the way that the ult advantage is actually happening here, Skyhounds should probably go in for a dry push and sort of see what they can sort of bait out if they know that they're going to be up against it. And here they come again. They're taking the high ground this time, and now bubbles come out on the sides here. Not really that much they can do. A grenade actually comes in there and actually stops the healing on Rhombus, but looks like they actually do burn a Lucio heal to sort of protect them there in the corner. Rhombus gets slept, but gets woken up. That was probably accidental, but Rhombus is by himself as he drops a bomb here onto the side. Not going to really get anybody, but it disrupts enough to take down Ollywop here from Inno *1. And now it looks like, though, Breakthru here having the advantage of all the kills, but no, coming back.
Ana going down.
Yes, Ana goes down, and like there come the Skyhounds. They're actually going to take out 3 members, and now they have pretty decent control here. Rossford's on the point, trying to do his best on the point, like trying to hold out. He gets grenaded. He's going to get demeched and taken down. Ollywop, who was killed early on in the fight, realizes what is going on and is immediately going to gather back up with his team as a Dragon comes through the point to see if they can actually see if they are able to sort of dislodge them. They're not going to be able to. They're continuing this fight as the point actually starts to tick up. It's like Ollywop is doing a full stall here. Shadow Main, Sad Widow Main actually gets demeched of Rhombus, but Rhombus gets right back into the mech as Hooch trying to do as best as he can stall. That's going to probably do it. Point A is going to have to be given up here to the Skyhounds.
Alright, so that was a little rough from them, but they brought out ults, and I believe that was what they were trying to do, because they knew they were going to swap some heroes originally. So what they were doing is trying to bring out as many ults, because Skyhounds won't be swapping, and they won't have an ult advantage.
Yeah, it looks like here Skyhounds trying to make some space for themselves as they're moving forward here, as an ulting Monkey came out a little early there, trying to see maybe if they could force Breakthru back, but that payload is now coming around the corner as they didn't actually make that much space for themselves, so the engage will actually come right here next to this bus, but Dragonic, the Ana from Breakthru, gets taken out early. That was not what they were doing early on, and it's really affected the fight as Rhombus gets taken down. As you can see, they're just conceding ground here as they're starting to move forward. Diva Bomb actually gets sent into the back, trying to see if they can get everybody under the bubble, so nobody gets taken out there, as another bubble here actually gets dropped and immediately eliminated. Golgi trying to see if he can make some room for himself in the front. Not going to happen. Payload's still moving as the rest of Breakthru here are sort of trapped on the other side, not knowing what they really want to do. Looks like as they're trying to sort of push through, Rossford has sort of established himself here up in the front, and now are trying to sort of hold off. Nano Boost goes on to Golgi here, trying to make some space for himself. He's going to break through, but it looks like Sad Widowmane on the Pharah now, trying to see if he can make some space. Takes out Pumpkin, and now it looks like the advantage here with Breakthru, as they're going to be forcing Skyhounds back here unless they can get a kill. They're not going to, and now it looks like a reset here coming from Skyhounds.
This is perfect because coming back, they have Lucio's ult. Breakthru has Lucio's ult, Nano, and they have Reaper. So this is actually a great position they're in. They only had to use Pharah's and Primal.
Yeah. So, and what about Skyhounds here? Where would they need to engage? They have 3 ults of their own here to sort of open up what they want to do with Breakthru. How should they be approaching this upcoming attack?
They might try an engagement with Lucio's ult. That would give them a bit of an HP advantage with that shield, and so initially that is, but it looks like they're going to be keep on being held in spawn.
Yeah, very aggressive here from Breakthru as they're trying to make sure that they stay there in the background. It looks like Neuter got hit by a grenade, so he's going to have to back up a little bit. That Nano Boost is really helping him survive out there as he drops the bubble down as they're trying this aggressive stance here with 53 seconds left. They know if they can win this fight, they will put Skyhounds really up against it. The fight continues here, but Ollywop gets taken out as a Diva Bomb gets sent here into the back and gets 3 people around the corner. They thought they were safe. They were not. It looks like Inno1 here is going to get blown up, and with 30 seconds left to go, what can Skyhounds do?
Do you think Hoot? I feel like Hoot's going to go for an ult here. Honestly, this would stall them out completely. They only have 20 seconds to touch a payload.
Yeah,
and they don't have Primal to get the point.
They don't. And here comes the Lucio ult here just to hold Breakthru in place, and it looks like another ult here from Sad Widowman trying to keep the team back in, but In01 with a huge kill, 2-kill there, taking Hoot and Dragoning out. Hoot unable to do what he wanted to do with his ult, so therefore that's going to be stalled up there a little bit. Kills now coming in from the Skyhounds, all in overtime here, and they've won this fight. They're going to be able to push through. Will Breakthru be able to contest here on point B?
Honestly, I don't think so. With the ult, they'd have to rely on Reaper's ult, which isn't very consistent whenever you have a div up.
Yeah, and it looks like Hoot's going to be trying to come back here. He's going to get to the point. He's going to contest. He's got his ult here. He's going to get popped up into the air. He takes In01 with him. That was actually somewhat fortunate because the Doomfist is now gone, and the fight continues. Now they have the advantage, 6v5. Here comes the Winston ult here trying to dislodge members from Breakthru. Breakthru trying to do their best they can. They're trying to focus here onto that Lucio. They're getting the kills that they need. Dragoning got taken out, but the rest of the members of Skyhounds are going to get taken out here. Down goes the Diva. Golgi and Rhombus are left onto the point. In01 finally comes back. He's trying to do his best. He can't do it, and that's going to be that. They end that push right before point B. Breakthru with an aggressive defense there are able to stall them up. Good job there by Breakthru.
I have something going on, like a reverse jinx going on, because I thought they couldn't do it. But I thought they were going to block that ult, but being bumped into the air, the Diva actually got their own Doomfist killed. So that was a huge opening pick.
Yeah, that was very, very unfortunate by them. I mean, like, you normally think if you boop a Reaper out of the way, that would be one of those things like, oh, I don't have to worry about him, and you booped him right into the path of your Doomfist.
And then and the only ult they had after that was Nano. They nanoed the Reaper, which was a lot of damage. So perfect play by Breakthru.
Very, very good play by Breakthru. Somewhat fortunate there by Breakthru also. Just so that, like, you know, sometimes it's about lucky breaks, folks. You know, you getting positioned in the right place, using your ult in the right place. And kudos to Hoot there for not giving up on the fight. A lot of teams probably would have not taken that fight, but him having that ult, I think he said he wanted to just sort of go for the hero play and see what they can do. And you know what? It's like in hockey, what they say, you don't get any goals if you don't shoot at the net. And that's exactly what happened in the position there for Hoot. So now they're going to be on offense here. What are we expecting to see out of Breakthru here on offense?
On offense, we talked a lot about going dive comps because it's very popular. You dive that Ana, top right-hand corner. That Ana, you can almost guarantee she's going to be in that top right corner set up there. So diving the Ana is exactly what you want to do. I think that was Breakthru's, Skyhound's first problem, the first two pushes, because they weren't paying attention to the Ana. And when that Ana gets out free nades, then it just is a team fight and just builds your team's ult.
Yeah, and that could be a problem. So coming out here, they're going to be defending with a Junkrat. So it looks like here they're going to use a little bit of span damage to sort of help cover, maybe sort of help prevent a dive from making it having an easy sort of at it right there in the back corner. As it looks like here they've stalled up a little bit. They're trying to position a Tracer in the background here. So I see a Tracer sort of sneaking around in the back, and it looks like they've actually gone to the high ground in the rear to try to get INO there in the back, and they get him. He's down. They're up 6v5 now, and they're going to be pressing their advantage. Down goes the Junkrat here as they sort of jump in. Neuter drives in into the back here, going for that Ana there. As you said, that is actually positioned in the back. The rest of the team there trying to protect her as best they can, but they're building up the point here, percentage here onto the point. They're going to get point A relatively easy here as they're going to be able to demech Rhombus there in the back. They've got the rest of the team trapped, and if I'm Skyhounds, I just sort of back off and hope to God I sort of survive in the second phase here. No, they don't. Golgi gets taken down, and it looks like Kazuya, who was on the Lucio, is actually going to get taken down too. Pumpkin actually gets a little bit of revenge on Sad Widowmain, but as this fight is pretty much over, this is all about making space.
What I really liked about this was the hack on the Junkrat. That's your main damage output. He fell onto the point and he couldn't get out. The tanks dove him and it was perfect.
Yeah, very, very good stuff there coming out from Breakthru. They actually were hitting the targets that they absolutely need to. Now they've got this payload almost to the bus and the first and the second corner here as they come through. Looks like Skyhounds here looking a little flustered, not knowing what to do, and still waiting for all of their members to engage. And now here they come. Golgi's positioning it down by himself down there. He's got to be super careful. He's going to take a lot of damage, as it looks like it looks like Neuter and Ollywop are going to be engaging in. Ollywop actually playing very far up high, trying to see if he can get anything. Rhombus actually gets demeched here. They're going to look for a tire, and the tire actually does get Ollywop out of the way. So it's just going to be the Ana here. If they can get Dragon Ink out of the way, this fight is pretty much over, as Dragon Ink has to sort of retreat. They've lost another person here, and now it looks like back to spawn for Breakthru.
Alright, so if you're looking at this, who almost has EMP, and they're most likely going to EMP bomb. That could be spell out game for Skyhounds.
Yeah, it could spell out game, and it's one of those things in which Hoot needs to build it up a little bit. So you're not going to see it right away. So you're probably seeing a little bit of a poke here coming out from Breakthru, as so that they've got to be careful here. They don't want to lose anybody in the middle of trying to make sure that Hoot gets his ult here. So they're going to try to hopefully be as safe as possible as they're sort of poking, and you can see here they're very cautious coming in. Hoot's got to 91. They actually send the bomb in before they EMP, but Shadowmane actually takes out Smile, so that is a great kill. Pumpkin got slept in Shadowmane, Sad Widowmane, I call her Shadowmane, Sad Widowmane getting 2 kills here. Now a desperation bomb into the middle, trying to see if they can get anyone. Hoot actually gets Golgi in the back, and now it looks like Rosfer, who is nano boosted, is just going to be the one trying to sort of finish out Rhombus here on the D.Va, and she's going to get pushed back. Rhombus trying to do her best. She gets thrown all the way into the back, and now it looks like Neuter actually trying to make some space for himself. They got another Winston also ulting here, and an EMP comes out, trying to sort of prevent him from leaping and going around into the corner. They're going to have to take this Winston out. Tire's going to come out. He's going to take out Ollywop, and Ollie was going to go down. So this is going to get stalled out a little bit, but they still have tons of time. Sad Widowmane actually takes out Inno1 here. So Tracer doing some work as that payload is still moving. They're not going to be able to stop it. Breakthru get the first map here on Dumani, and they win it 2-1.
Oof. No, honestly, there wasn't as much coordination as you would like to see with the bomb and the EMP, but it worked out because while Winston was in Primal, he just kept on getting hacked. He got EMP'd, then he got hacked, and then after that, hacked again. So it was well played by Hoot.
Yeah, it was very, very well played by Hoot there, and he was doing a great stuff. And here's Rosfer with that amazing sort of around-the-corner bomb that allowed them to just sort of stall them up. And now it looks like Ollie's going to have to restart here, so we're going to go into a little bit of a break. We don't have a pause screen because unfortunately I did not set one up. We're going to go, and I'll mute this and I'll put it on the music. So right now, Breakthru up 1-0 to Skyhounds here, as teams are going to have to reset their computers. We'll be right back, and it will be Matey A here will be calling the play-by-play, and I will be relegating myself to color commentary. So stay tuned. Alrighty, folks, we are back, and the second map that we are going to be starting off here is with Ilios Well. So 1-0 to Breakthru here, recapping the events of Numbani. Breakthru able to make sure they get to point B and capture the point. It looks like players are just sort of still waiting and getting ready. Somebody, I think you need to sort of start the match.
Yeah, that was my bad.
There you go. So here we go. Both teams here coming out on Ilios. Tell me a little bit about what Breakthru's might be planning to do here on Ilios Well.
All right, so Neuter is an amazing Reinhardt. What's his problem right now? He's been struggling with Orisa, but I have confidence in him. So they're going to run a standard Orisa hog on this map, and so we'll see what he can do. I believe in him.
Yeah, and it looks like here from Skyhounds, they're probably going to be doing the same thing as you see Golgi and Rhombus getting ready. So this is going to be, so we're switching tasks here. I will be the commentator, and Matty A is going to be taking your play-by-play. It looks like 30 seconds to prepare to attack. Any final thoughts here before both teams get started? Is there anything besides Neuter's Orisa that we should be pointing out to?
Honestly, they're taking off the weakness of Neuter by playing a Junkrat Hanzo. They're going to have the advantage because they're going to be able to break that barrier a lot quicker than Skyhounds. So they're kind of working off each other's weaknesses to strengthen the team. So that's what I'm really interested to see.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. As they're going to start off, we'll take it away, Matey A.
All right. So, oh gosh. All right. So they're going to be starting out standard. Now, what they're going to have to look out for is Pharah taking shots down. They go for the boop, but they miss it. Okay. Instantly, Hoot taken out. Hodo, you can do this one.
Oh, okay, so Hoot gets hooked in there into the hole as Rhombus gets the initial kill. Inno1 here takes out Sad Widow main as it looks like they're just having some issues here on the engage. Inno1 here doing some work, takes out Oliwop also along with it, and down goes the rest of Breakthru. Once the Junkrat fell in the hole, that was going to be that, and Skyhounds here take real control of the point. And it looks like your Skyhounds are resetting and are trying to figure out what is going on here. Breakthru just having a terrible engage there, losing one of their players early on the fight, losing Hoot right away with the hook. That's what you're looking for here with the hog. And now it looks like with Breakthru coming straight through, right back around, they will be trying again. Matey A, you want to try this again?
Honestly, so Skyhounds is playing a little far back, which is very risky considering that Breakthru has a Orisa. This is going to make it easier. As I said earlier, they're breaking the barrier a lot faster. This means that they can win these fights a little at a little bit thing. The Pharah is number one. Pharah is flanking, which is putting down damage. And it looks like a lot of ults are coming on from the sides of Skyhounds. They're most likely going to use Pharah's ult. Drag gets hooked and falls into the pit.
Yeah, and it's just problematic there. They're just having real issues here. Skyhounds playing that far back is making Breakthru try to come at them, which is making real problems with the fact that they just can't reach him, and Rhombus has been very, very good with the hooks, and he's just picked off players left and right, sending them into the abyss. You notice here, look at the ult advantage coming in from Skyhounds. They've got a 6-0 advantage and a 72% here onto the point here. They're not going to be able to engage here till about 80, and here they come right through the side door. Rosfer and Neuter here looking for at least any sort of angle to come at them. Rhombus there got booped, huge boop, and Rosfer goes down too, so they're trading Roadhogs into the well god, but it is Pumpkin who's also down, so they have the advantage here. They should be moving in, but they're not going to be able to do anything. Golgi trying his best to sort of hold on to the point. They're going to build up to 99 here. They've got to be super careful, as they've got to be careful for Inno1 coming in from the side. He gets Neuter down. They can't step off the point here. Golgi gets booped into the well also. Big boop there by Ollie Wop. They're going to try to sort of survive here, but down go Hoot and Ollie. This is going to be a very problematic. Overtime starting to tick down here as they were just getting phased onto the well. This was just not their map, was it, Maniac?
No, it was not. The problem was, as soon as that Orisa went down, it was almost over, because they don't have a shield to protect them from the boops coming out, and so it's over after that.
Yeah, it was a very problematic thing. They just could not keep getting and engage without them losing somebody. So when that happens and you're already down 6v5 in a map where you're very dependent on a specific comp, that is not going to be good for you. And as Breakthru has shown, like, they were trying to get their Lucio Ollie into the back there and booping their tanks, and they just weren't able to do it. So here, what do we expect? Some changes here. This is a different map completely from Well. So what do you expect here coming out from Breakthru?
Breakthru's strength is really dive comps. So they're going to work around that with Hoot again on the Sombra. Yeah, I spoke to Hoot earlier, and Hoot's actually feeling pretty confident on the Sombra.
So let's see if he can get a hack here onto Golgi, which will be really super important. Make sure that that shield does not come into play. Looks like a giant flank here coming around here from Rosfer and Neuter as they're trying to sort of hit the back and hit the supports here into the back. It's sort of confused a little bit, Skyhounds, because they're sort of gathered up underneath them, waiting for them, sort of like cats waiting for things to come off of the scraps of a table. But now it looks like Rhombus takes down Rosfer and Neuter goes down, so both main tanks here have been disabled, and now the point's going to be established. Skyhounds here is going to take an easy early percentage point.
All right, so with this comp, they're going to definitely have to switch, because you have the Reaper in the front. Hopefully, Breakthru will probably stay on the D.Va so they can take care of the Widow still, but have the Rein for the front advantage.
Yeah, so it looks like here Golgi now trying to just keep that shield up, trying to keep maybe Sad Widow main at bay. So we're trying to see, this is going to be the first time you're seeing Sad Widow main actually on the Widow itself. So therefore, let's see if she can get some picks here on that character. Here comes Neuter coming into the ground right away. Golgi misses the charge, and he got grenaded. They got antied. They're not actually pushing him on him very hard, but they do dislodge the Zarya, who actually ends up getting sent onto the high ground. Neuter doesn't get affected there by the shatter, but he is nano boosted, so he's going to survive that charge relatively easily here, trying to sort of swing away, but all the kills have been going the way of the Skyhounds there. Once they get rid of him, it's only going to be Rosfer and that baby D.Va, and they're going to continue control of this point already at 50%.
Having the bubble instead of the defense matrix is definitely an advantage in the Rein to Rein combat, because even though he was nanoed, he got bubbled whenever he was 100 HP. A Fire Strike could have finished him off, and Neuter knew that, but he got bubbled.
Oh, so therefore, I think this is allowing Golgi to be a little bit more aggressive here, knowing that he can get a bubble here from his Zarya at times when he will be saved. Looking, he's getting the benefit of a nano boost now, so he's trying to just sort of swing away here. Basically, that nano boost is basically scaring the rest of Breakthru from coming into the point. If anything, that's done its job, and it's forced them back as Rosfer gets denied any sort of kills onto that bomb, and with 87% here, Breakthru have to come through relatively quickly.
And as you can see, Golgi actually has another shatter up. So, and they have grab, which are two big ults. But the anti,
Yeah, and a big anti there as Pumpkin with the ult in the back, trying to get anybody he can. Only gets one, but now Pumpkin gets Dragonic too. So this has just gone the wrong way here for Breakthru. They are not being able to sort of maintain a fight here. Sad Widowmane onto the Hanzo, trying his best as he can to sort of take down anybody from Skyhounds, but that's going to do it. Skyhounds are going to take an easy 2-0 here against Breakthru on Ilios and tie up this match 1-1.
I think the advantage definitely was towards Skyhounds whenever they had the Zarya Rein. Whenever you need to win those main tank fights. But by the time they finally killed Golgi, it was too late.
Yeah, I think it was too late there, and it was just one of those things in which when you have a huge tank advantage, like the way that they were playing with the Zarya versus the D.Va, it allows the Rein to sort of go in there and just do a lot of things that you don't normally let a Rein do, which is swing away and get into the face of the opposing tank, knowing that you're going to be protected and you're going to be able to survive a lot of stuff that you don't normally do. So that was a huge advantage there for Skyhounds, and I think it really took its toll on Breakthru, and they were just not able to get any sort of breaks there on Ilios. Now, going into our third map, they are going to have to decide what we're going to do. We're going to go into a little break here as we are going to approach into halftime. It is tied 1-1 here between Breakthru and Skyhounds. When we come back, it will be the third map. It will be a third map as teams are mentioning they're going on bio breaks. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Could always use more heroes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is map number 3 here in the Overwatch Pretenders rankings game between Breakthru and Skyhounds. Breakthru tied here with Skyhounds 1-1 after losing that last map there on Ilios. So now we go into 2CP, and the 2CP map of choice right now is Volskaya Industries. Skyhounds will be on offense in red, and Breakthru will be in the neon blue. So, Matey A, what do you see? How are we going to be defending Volskaya Industries here with Breakthru?
Breakthru, we talked a lot about running a May Junkrat comp, so I really hope they run that, but I don't think they're really prepared to, it looks like.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it here, but it looks like as Oliwop actually falls off the cliff, he's probably just going to switch over to the Lucio here.
Correct.
Just trying to fool us casters. On offense, though, it looks like we're seeing some goats coming out here from Sky.
Now that's a low blow. Alright, so goats is such a low blow, honestly. It's okay. I've run into plenty of goats comps and competitive, and it's very hard to stop if you don't have a Junkrat or a Junkrat Sombra or Doomfist. It's just a high damage, high HP, low damage comp that can just smash through. The Brigitte is what makes it work. So what we have here is they're going around the right side, it looks like, and they're going to do a full-on push. They're probably going to wait for that speed boost to come in and then push into them. All right, here they go. They're engaging. Neuter is struggling and knowing that he has to push back a bit. But he gets the pin, which connects, and he's instantly bubbled. The shatter from Rosfer early. Okay, I did not actually see this. Rosfer is the off-tank player, and he's on main tank for this. Neuter felt confident enough to play Zarya for this map.
Oh, very interesting. And now it looks like there's only going to be 2 players left here. Sad Widow main is actually up on top. If Rhombus and Pumpkin are smart, they just sort of stay on the point here and let them get some ticks as the rest of his team is going to come back. That was actually a huge, very, very fast sort of ult charge by Rosfer, but with goats, that has a tendency to happen as they're going to be grouped up here.
Oh, they're going to try to contest it.
Oh, they are. Here they go.
Running back in, swinging. And it looks like that was a big nade, and they might be able to take out Golgi. They take out Golgi, and they force the Moira. Rhombus now has grab, which is huge, but Neuter gets nanoed, and it looks like they're going to be able to take this back if they kill this Brigitte.
Yeah, killing a Brigitte, though, is sort of hard to do anyway, as Pumpkin got D-mech. The fight's still going here, and how comes the Graviton?
That Brigitte hasn't died and killed half the team, which is very painful. Oh, and she uses her ult just to take it. Sad looks like he's going to have to use ult. But he steps out the point, and they C9 it. They need to die quickly so they don't get snowballed.
Yeah, this is very, very problematic here. Eno1 was able to sort of win that point by herself using Rally here. She probably didn't want to use it because would want to use the Rally here onto the push to try to snowball onto the point, but they do have a Graviton and an Earth Shatter ready here. Here they come onto this point. They're going to be pushing hard.
Rosfer's looking for Shatter. He's playing shield hockey because he knows Golgi also has it. And now that he has a sound barrier covering him, he backs out a little. Golgi with the shatter, and then here comes the ult. Okay, I'm almost got this.
And it looks like here the rest of them got wiped out. Neuter gets pushed off point, and so is Dragonik. Dragonik couldn't get onto the point. Oh no, so they've got a full 6 here. Are they going to try to get off the point here? No, Graviton comes out. What can they do here against Oliwop here? Is going to be held up behind the wall.
Who has ult whenever she gets back, but I think it's going to be too late. Hey, Neuter with the stall on Hammond. Which Hammond just keeps on swinging. This is definitely a problem.
Yeah, he gets taken out there. That's going to suck. I mean, like, here comes Hoot again. He's trying his best to sort of delay, and Ollie now riding the walls here, trying to see if he can actually get the delay on here. But no.
Ollie with the wall ride, and this may be it. The bomb to finish it off.
Yeah, and there was just nothing they could do. Breakthru unable to break the sort of steady hold that Skyhounds already had there onto the point. Unfortunately, Breakthru were just sort of streaming in one at a time. Skyhounds focus fire there, very, very good. And with a time of 4:40 here, we could be looking, if Breakthru are very aggressive and are able to sort of push through somewhat hard, we could probably be saying multiple attacks here on point B on Volskaya. Has a tendency to happen here, matey. So, like, it's just going to see whether or not what will Breakthru do on their offensive push here to see maybe to keep that, like, sort of time bank full and full of minutes and seconds here, as they say.
Okay, so there's a comp that I've been looking at lately, and I wanted this team to try on attack, Breakthru to try on attack. It's a Reaper with the Lucio, Brig, and Ana, because you build off the anti, and then you just put in the damage with the Reaper. As long as the Reaper is behind the Rhine shield, it's almost unstoppable, like a Goats comp, but not as cheesy.
Not as cheesy as it is, and like, it's funny because, like, a lot of people always people are sort of ragging on Goats a little bit, sort of like you see it in the forums and people talk about it, and it's just like a big oh, it's a cheesy comp, they shouldn't do it. It's a very effective comp if done correctly. And if you saw in the Overwatch World Cup, you saw that a lot of teams were actually putting their own little twists to Goats there, changing compositions of what supports are running in the triple tank, triple support comps, and sort of seeing if they can maximize damage or maximize healing. So we're going to see it here, and here they come. They're coming out with that Reaper and that Reinhardt that you were suggesting.
Correct, and what's going to be the strength of this comp is staying as a circle. Now, they didn't realize they were going to play against a dive comp with a pharmacy, but once they get on point, they'll have the advantage.
Yeah.
Which Ryan's looking for that Winston, but gets knocked out by Pumpkin. And I think this is whenever they're going to have to start thinking about switching, because definitely a dive comp was not expected for defense here.
Yeah, and I think what Inno1 and Kazuya teaming up in the air with a pharmacy too was not going to help that comp. You saw Sad Widow Man immediately switch, so he's going to the Widow here to sort of see if they can sort of lure out Inno1 and into the air, so that maybe they can get a quick kill, force the res out, and maybe go in on that. As you see them going right back into the spawn here, going in for maybe another change. Looks like Nuda deciding to go in for the Winston instead, and Hoot going to the Genji. So going full dive here with the Widow. So they're changing up their strategy really a lot here, so I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Correct, and I may rat on Goats, but it takes a lot of coordination to run a good Goats comp. Because if one person gets out of balance, then it's over. Yep. So I'd have to say props to Skyhounds for running dive pretty well. Now, when Neuter takes out the Hanzo instantly, but the Pharah ult in the back should stall them a bit.
Oh, Neuter here.
Neuter on their Ana.
Yeah, Neuter's doing a good job here on the supports here, trying to keep them occupied and not healing, but the rest of his team is dead. This is not good.
The sleep dart will stall them out.
Yeah, so they were able to get an initial Goomba Stomp there onto the Hanzo, but they were just not able to follow up. Inno1 doing a good job there with the barrage, taking out the rest of the team, and it was just going to be one of those things. Now they're going to be resetting again here. They're going to try the dive again, but who should they be going after here initially in this first push?
Definitely the Ana. The Ana's kind of uncontested. We saw this on Numani, except it was reversed with Skyhounds not really looking for the Ana. What they needed to do is, instead of diving the Hanzo first, diving the support on top. Neuter looks like he sees her, and he's going for the Ana now. Which is really big because she's very lit, but the Mercy is pocketing the Ana. And as you can see, Neuter can't really do anything about that, so he goes and switches to the Pharah. Neuter didn't pop Primal, which is kind of surprising because they have a lot of picks, but it's okay.
Yeah, it looks like maybe he thought that they were already too far down, didn't want to burn an ult. Could end up being good here in the end, because he could probably use that ult here to sort of dislodge them. With a minute left here on the clock, they have to get going really soon here, or they're not going to be able to get this point. There's 440 in the time bank here for Skyhounds, so I mean, Breakthru's got to win this fight here, or it's going to be real problematic.
Which, having this sound barrier into this is really good right now. But they're going to have to rely solely on a sound barrier and a primal rage, which is not exactly what you want to be relying on whenever you have 40 seconds left. The primal rage up here could be...
I mean, looks like he hasn't popped it yet, as they should actually stay on the point here, make them come down. They're sort of fighting around, but Neuter actually jumped into the abyss. No!
Oh my gosh.
With 20 seconds left to go here, they're going to have to sort of back up. 18 seconds left. Neuter and Hoot now still has the Genji Blade, but with 15 seconds left, I don't know if they're going to be able to make it back out to the point here.
Only with a Primal?
Yeah, only with
or
a Primal.
Miracle.
Or a Miracle. He's got to pop it now. Neuter's got to sort of get on there. Hoot's trying to get as best as he can. 3 seconds left. There he goes. He's onto the point here, and they get a kill!
Oh my god. They instantly take out the Hanzo and drop the sound barrier, which will keep them alive through the Farall, but it looks like this bomb has to be big. The bomb gets the Baby Diva, which is huge, and then it looks like they're gonna have to speed boost back to point. Neuter used Pop Primal to play on point, and here he is swinging. He is angry, and he's coming with a vengeance. He takes out the Mercy with the Tracer, and they're going for the Ana, which is huge, taking it out, and this should secure point A.
Yeah, great work there by Breakthru, getting the Goomba Stomp right in the very beginning and making this fight into their advantage. Now they're just going to make sure they capture the point. They're going to get a free 4 minutes here to sort of engage and make sure that they get a shot here at the very end, but it took them a while, but they finally got it here in overtime. Good stuff here by Breakthru. Can they sort of snowball it now? In order to actually get point B? They don't have very many ults. Hoot can pop the blade and maybe turn this fight into an uneven fight, and then they can build ults on the way. Dragonik here, 4% here from the Nano, so we might see a Nano Blade on the Engage here if they're going to be able to open it up. But Sad Widow main actually goes down right away, so maybe this push is over before it even started.
Now it looks like they're going to have to pull back here. They now have 330, which is enough time easily to capture. But what they want to do is make sure it doesn't go into overtime. That's why they're falling back completely instead of feeding ults, which is perfect. Exactly what you would do. And soon they're going to have 6 ults.
Yeah, they're going to have 6 ults soon here. Ollie's probably going to have the ult in the next fight. Rosfer looking like probably going to be able to build up that ult too. Neuter just depends on how much damage he's going to be able to do, and they can get 6. It's probably ult's going to come up mid-fight here for Skyhounds. So the advantage here definitely with Breakthru. They've got their shot. They can open up on the Nano Blade if they can find them out of position here, and then just let Hoot do what he can. Looks like somebody... There it is.
Here comes the Nano Blade, possibly?
Oh, it comes out with a Lucio ult there. Great cover. Oh no, it doesn't look like it's
with the big on Ollie.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going the way here of Breakthru, as Breakthru are not getting the kills that they need. Hoot got picked off there at the end, and this is just going to have to end up being a reset here for Breakthru.
Rosfer trying to escape, but it looks like they're going to demech him before he gets out. Now they will most likely leave him and make him try to find that mech once again.
Yeah, Rosfer here should either make a... If he can't get any shots in, he should probably just jump off the cliff, and it'll be faster than trying to sort of shoot your way, assuming that they don't kill him in that Baby Diva. He's already at 87% here, so like he's just going to sort of poke out, see if he can get any quick damage, and then get right back into the mech. There he is.
Which is kind of surprising they didn't try to push him whenever they saw how many shots he was getting out.
Yeah.
But it looks like Rosfer is close to getting demeched once again.
But both divas are out here, so the huge advantage coming to going to nobody as Sad Widow main gets 2 huge kills there. Big.
3.
And In-A-1 unable to get a kill on the high noon of his, so it's only Rhombus here on the point. This is the opening that they were waiting for.
Now they're gonna. It looks like they're in cleanup mode at this time. Right now, all Skyhounds is thinking about is how long they can stall.
Yeah, and Skyhounds waited for a 6. I think that's what they were doing. Oh, and immediately deleted.
The anti.
Yeah. So here comes the Transcendence. This is where Breakthru should back up a little bit, maybe gather their thoughts, wait for it to come out, and then attack again. And that's what they did. Look at this. 2 big kills here. Rhombus getting team-mech'd. It's huge. They're going to be able to get this.
Big sound barrier by Ollie.
Oh, and 56 seconds here left on the clock. Breakthru's going to get an additional 4 seconds. So will Skyhounds here, but Breakthru will get a minute here to push on point A. So hopefully they'll be able to sort of break through here right away and maybe turn it into a fight where Skyhounds is going to have to cap point B. I've seen crazier things here, matey.
Yes. For sure, because what can happen is Skyhound might get a little complacent seeing how much time they have, And that's where things kind of like they just delay over and over. So that's what I'm kind of hoping for. Them overthinking it. Well, this is what you want to hope for if you're a Breakthru, is that they'll overthink it and they'll just let them push in and like cap first point and be like, oh, it's okay, we don't have second, and then cap second. That's what happens in a lot of my competitive games personally.
Yeah. So what Skyhounds can do here to sort of throw off Breakthru is they can go high risk, high reward here. They can play a comp that will probably play higher up and sort of just see if they can kill them coming out of spawn and try to burn as much clock as possible and build up ult percentage. So the idea from Skyhounds here, since they have a ton of time, they want to make sure that they can sort of end this right away. A lot of teams will have a tendency to end up playing safe and play far back, let the time sort of tick down and then go for the fight. But Coach Avine once said, don't let a team only have one fight. Don't give yourself only one fight to win a point, because bad things can happen that way. So here they come.
Which definitely comes from a lot of self-control. They're diving the Hanzo instantly, which has been a kind of I forget what it's called. They constantly dive that Hanzo. That's who they want to get out of the fight, and consistently Hanzo has been out of the fight. Which they take out the Hanzo, but which is instantly res. And who almost has Pulse Bomb, which could be big for the team. They need to reset right now if they want a second fight, like you were saying.
Yeah, real quickly there. Though they were able to take out some key players here, they lost their Ana on defense. Losing Smile is huge, so therefore if they can move in on that, Inno1 is probably need to stall them as best as they can and wait for that Ana to come back. Being short a healer is not where you want to be, but here comes Neuter, 4 seconds left to go. He's going to get to the point. And oh no, he gets burned down. That is not good. Neuter goes down, Pumpkin takes him out, and the fight will continue here. Graviton comes onto the point, and that was what I was saying about building ults. They have the ult advantage here, and that's not going to be good for them. Well, Rosfer is now nano boosted as a baby diva, but gets deleted. But it looks like it's going to be Sad Widowmain and Dragonic, and hopefully they can survive. Down, it's going to be Dragonic left, and that's going to be that. Whoa, no! Neuter comes down.
And he has Primal almost, but he dies.
Oh, he died.
Oh, goodness.
He couldn't make it. 97 to Primal to stall it out. There was not that many people left on Skyhounds. They could have got in there with attrition, and hopefully if he would have stayed up, that would have done it, but no percentage points on point A. So Skyhounds for 443 just need a tick, and that is a tough road for Breakthru. I mean, is this the time you pull out the Bastion and hope?
Oh my. The cheese comp, which, like I discussed how my dislike for goats, but honestly that's Skyhound's best deal to get this, and the best way for Breakthru to stop this would definitely be a cheese comp.
Yeah, because the idea is that you want to just sort of, you need to get a comp where you can build up your ults super quick, and then basically start chaining them back to back in order to keep stopping Skyhounds from attacking. Essentially, with 4:43 on the clock, if you're giving 30 seconds of fight, you've got yourself about 8 fights here, maybe 9, so that you have to stop. That's versus them the fact that they only need a tick, and that is problematic, and that gives you that you need to sort of pull something out of the bag here. So Hoot now going to the Junkrat. So maybe with the Junkrat here, they'll be able to sort of stall him out, maybe spam him a little bit. What they need is a quick kill here on the engage to make them sort of fall back. Teams get a little bit complacent when they're dealing with a time bank with as much time as they have. So they get a little bit cautious when they lose an early player in a fight. So, and that's one way of starting burning off the clock.
They don't want to reveal they have a May yet because they're waiting for the Reinhardt to push in, and that's where the wall goes up, and boom, the trap is set.
Yeah, the trap's set there, but unfortunately they lost Rosfer in the process, so that is not good. But Hoot with 3 big kills. Go Hoot, as he's trying to actually just try to keep this alive here. Smile and Pumpkin are going to have to fall back, and this is what I was saying before. Teams get a little cautious when they know they have a huge time bank against a team that all they need to do is have a tick. So they're going to start to fall back and sort of rely on their time bank a little bit, and this is the advantage that Breakthru can have. They can start building up ults here, and if they can start building up ults and start winning fights, winning these fights and getting their ults online, they could have a little bit of an advantage. As Golgi goes down again. That's a big kill.
he definitely is their star player for today. But consistently being able to kill him is definitely a huge advantage.
Yeah,
and just killing a main tank in general is an advantage.
Yeah, and I think that's what Breakthru should be doing now. They should just sort of see if they can just focus on taking out Golgi out, because look at this. They've already burned off about a minute 43 here from this attack, and Rosfer and Dragonic have their ults up. So this is where they want to be. No ults up yet for Skyhounds on this attack. They're going to get them as soon as the attack happens, but Rosfer needs to beat him to the punch here and maybe get him with a big Earth Shatter here. He's looking for it right now up on the side.
I think possibly a EMP Shatter could be very realistic in this.
Oh,
but
big
Ney ult,
big Ney ult here, and Rosfer getting the nano boost here, trying to do his best. That Shatter only gets Sad Widowmane, but doesn't get the rest of the team as they're trying to sort of push. And this is going the way of Breakthru. They're getting the kills that they need. 2:35 here on the clock. Half done, half to go. They're showing some guts here, Medier.
What needs to happen, though, they need to play a little cautiously and a little bit separate, and they know that. I think that's why Junkrat's looking for an early pick, because they're afraid of that EMP. As you can see, Hoot's randomly shooting, hoping to hit a random Sombra.
Yeah. Yeah, and now, like, the ults are now coming up here for Skyhounds, and this could be a problem. So,
which a grab dragon could finish this.
That's exactly right, and Rhombus and Pumpkin are licking their chops here. They're just making sure to see if they can get it anytime soon. There's the EMP, and there's the grab, and there's the dragon, as you called it. Oh, and there down they go, and there's only 2 players left. Dragonic and Hoot are going to be up, and that's going to be tough for Hoot. He needs to kill everybody left on the point. That's going to do it. Unfortunately, Skyhounds took their time, but they're able to capture the point and take Full Sky Industries.
Correct. Once you have that EMP, it's basically over. It takes a minute to build, but it's very worth it.
Yeah, so good attempt there by Breakthru, trying to kill the clock there, but the Sombra was just one step too many for them to actually go. But they actually, you know, burned off about 3 minutes there. So
which is very impressive.
Which is very impressive. So, like, you know, if they're in that situation again, if they know that their time bank is in the, like, sort of 2.5, 3 minute range, that is a very viable hold here for Breakthru. So that should be a feather in their cap. But they are now down 2-1 in this best of 5. So that's going to be a problem they're going to have to deal with. And are we going to be going to Escort next?
I'm going to go check with them really quick.
So Mady A is going to go check with his team. We're going to come back here, and we're going to be hitting a new map. This is a best of 5, so we've got more Overwatch coming up. So please stay tuned. We'll be right back. right, we're back, folks, and Rialto is the escort map that we have for you today. So let me take you here to the map, as there we are. So Breakthru will be on defense here, and Skyhounds on offense. They're in their assembly phase right now, and tell me, how is Breakthru going to defend Rialto here, Medier?
Breakthru, we talked about, because like we saw on Ilios, they're not very strong with the Orisa. So just a standard Rein Zarya. And they're really afraid of that Goats comp, so possibly a Sombra also.
Yeah, so I do see the Sombra here. So Hoot getting some practice in onto that Sombra in this match, so very, very interesting. On offense, though, I see Pumpkin here on the Bastion, so maybe a little bit of a Shield El Presidente comp coming from Skyhounds?
It looks like it. If you run Goats, you're going to run some other form of cheese. That's all I can say. Which... viable comps, nothing wrong with these comps, just they're more known for cheese. Nope,
yeah.
It looks like they're going with the Hanzo.
Yeah, it looks like here, but watch out for Inno1 there. So the Widow there is going to be very, very careful, looking for these long sight lines here through the narrow alleys. So they got to be very, very careful here, poking out. They don't want to get headshot, as it looks like Rosfer and Hooter there are in the back. Neuter, excuse me, will be in the back. They give up the corner right away, but I think they're looking for a hack here onto Golgi, trying to see if they can get his shield down, but they're holding pretty well here. Golgi goes in for the charge. He knows he has the bubble going up against him there, so they're going to get a little bit of push here as they go right into the square. Rosfer here dealing with the defense here. Pretty well charges right into the payload. Misses. He was aiming for Rhombus, but Sad Widowmane gets in a 1. That's a big kill. They're going to try to move in here. I think they're going to try to sort of swing in on Golgi and try to see if they can actually do that. They're getting into the small room. Neuter actually takes out Rhombus, and Golgi here now in no man's land, getting charged off and killed. Great job there by Rosfer. And now everybody's going to have to back up. Good first win here by Breakthru.
Like what I really like is how Rosfer and Neuter realized they needed to switch to a Zarya comp. So what's really helping is, as you can see, Rosfer's getting a lot of free swing time. So he definitely is getting that shatter way quicker than Golgi.
Yeah, and I think that's making it really, really comfortable for him to play Reinhardt in this way. You'll see the team starting to wrap around here. Well, they're trying to see if they can get behind them and maybe attack here, but Rosfer and Neuter are ready for it, as they're just sort of holding line here, trying to see if they can get to the payload. Rhombus goes immediately to the payload, and Rosfer is by himself. He gets this nano boost, and he's going to be allowed to be aggressive here, but big sleep.
Dart and the shatter.
Counter dragons here.
Double dragons!
For anybody familiar with the 80s arcade game, that was it come to life. So Sad Widowmane here gets the kills onto Inno1, but Golgi is still alive here, so they're going to still keep pushing. They haven't lost too much here on the defense, but they're going to sort of back up, and they want to attack with 6.
Alright, so a lot of ults were used that fight, but luckily Sad Widowmane played far enough that he actually saved the team with his dragons, because Golgi could have just charged forward, but the dragons separated him from his team.
Yeah, that's actually really, really good there. So a good observation on a lucky dragon there. Rosfer there being aggressive here on Golgi and gets him down. Great aggressive play. That opened the pickup for Sad Widowmane, and it's going to kill this push. But Pumpkin, not having any of it, gets 2 kills right away. 3 kills as Sad Widowmane goes down. They don't need a Reinhardt. They can sort of push through. Very, very aggressive here from Skyhounds.
Now, if you're Breakthru right now, you're going to have to start thinking about that Pharah. And that's where a lot of Sad's energy is going to have to go into. But it looks like they're going to go for a push again, which will have to be with a shatter. The shatter comes through, and they get the double shatter and the anti, and they stop a shatter from Golgi.
Yeah, but that dragon came through, finished them off in the middle, so that took Rosfer out, and it still gives them the advantage here of the point. Oliwop trying as best as he can to sort of keep stalling it out, but they're going to cap point A, unfortunately.
Now, if you look over at Breakthru's ult economy, you have quite a few ults to go into this, and most likely they're going to use EMP to hold this shatter. Now, I talked to this team, and the way they want to do it, and the way you want to play this map is around corners, but Golgi is kind of pushing them farther back than they would want to, and I believe Rosfer is a little bit scared that Golgi may have shatter, but realizing he doesn't, they want to push him, but the Pharah takes him out quickly.
Well, here comes a dragon here, and that's going to stall them up a little bit here on that corner. Oh, Pumpkin! Pumpkin jumped down and got killed by the dragon, but no harm, no foul as the res comes in, as Kazuya is on the Mercy. So they're going to be aggressive again. Rosfer gets back in time here with Golgi, so their matchup is going to be head-to-head here right now. Rosfer's been naded, so he's got to be super careful. He's not going to get a lot of healing, but a big shatter comes through, and down goes Golgi, and Rosfer here with the nano boost, swinging away here into the back. There's the Reinhardt aggression that we've been going to see. They want to get Kazuya down so they can get a full reset here with the supports down. Maybe a little bit of a stall here. Ino1 goes down, so there is that stagger that they're looking for. Oh, Kazuya goes down late. This is not good here for Skyhounds, as they're going to have to wait for some of their members to come back.
What I really like from Rosfer is his patience. Like, he had another shatter, and he looked up Afara, who was hacked, and he had the self-control to hold it. Now, a lot of Reinhardts will just automatically just use that shatter and get greedy, but he saves it for his team, and hopefully we'll be seeing an EMP shatter this next fight.
Yeah, that would be really, really huge, and that would pay dividends here. 146 only left on the clock here, so they want to use their ults really, oh, good Graviton here. Good Graviton EMP. Nobody can defend off of that. Golgi has to sort of back up, and Rhombus comes back with his own Graviton, and now Dragon's coming through. Ult Fiesta, as I like to call it, but it looks like the party's been won by the Skyhounds as they're able to finish off Breakthru. 4-1 left onto the point. It looks like Breakthru's going to have to give up point B.
Which is okay because, like we said, they're stalling it out, and they're not running a cheese, so this is definitely doable for Team Breakthru.
Yeah, Skyhounds, though, coming into the worst section of Rialto. This part is really, really defense sort of friendly, as you say, as Rosfer here, going to allow them to sort of come up. Golgi basically trying to get some healing, make sure he's going to be enough to be able to go up against him. Rhombus taking the lead here with the Zarya, maybe trying to build up as much more ult as he can. But down, Sand Widowmane takes down Pumpkin, so they lose a big DPS here. Rosfer's got nano boosted, and he's going to try to push the front line back here as Golgi has to give ground. Lucio ult here, that means they're committing to this fight. So therefore, oh, big shatter goes right into the shield, not going to be able to do anything, but Golgi eats it in the end, and now they're going to be able to push back. I think too many ults there used by Breakthru, as that dragon probably could have been saved for another time, as they're going to have to wait for Golgi to come back anyway.
I think Rosfer is starting to realize how quickly they're eating through his shield. If you can tell, he's now putting it down a little bit more, because he's very aggressive, but he holds up his shield a little bit longer than he should be right now.
Yeah, and he needs to conserve it as best as he can. You're absolutely right.
Exactly. If they're eating... Oh, he has enough shield to block that shatter, which is perfect.
And that's what he was looking for, and Golgi loses his shatter and his life at the same time. So they've gotten some push here onto the point, but with no main tank, they're not going to go any further here. This is just all naked poke, as Rosfer actually gets nano boosted here, looking for a big stagger here onto the Zarya. Not going to be able to finish off Rhombus, but they're probably going to be able to get Golgi again, and they do.
Main tank trades.
Yeah, main tank trade. So Golgi goes down, but so they lose Ino1 too. So Skyhounds here are going to have to pull back. That's actually a good trade, considering where they are positioned. Rosfer's going to be able to come back relatively fast, and he's going to have Shatter to come along with it.
What I really like is you mentioned how many ults that Breakthru used, but because of their Ryan's aggression, they're able to get those ults back up very quickly. They already have Dragon, Grab, Deadeye, and Ollie has his barrier once again. Yeah. So this is huge for them. Yeah, Grab Dragon here on the table here for Breakthru. They're just going to be looking for it, but they got grabbed first. Oh, here it comes. Can they get the Dragon through? They do. Will they be able to get anybody down? Both teams lose 2 as a Transcendence comes out here from the Zenyatta Smile. That's going to save the rest of his team, and it looks like the advantage went through to the Skyhounds. 7 seconds left here. And they're going to be able to push through till the very end, or at least have one more fight before point C. As it looks like the team here is going to be held up around the corner. Are there any ults left on the ground? Rosfer has got his Earth Shatter here. He's going to be looking for it, along with Hoot's Deadeye, and that could zone people out. Kazuya gets killed! Huge Deadeye there! That's what they were looking for. The pharmacy goes down, but the 4 members of Skyhounds here still up. Neuter gets the nano boost here, trying to sort of build up as much ult as he can. Huge Shatter! Takes down both Neuter and Sin,
but the sleep doesn't allow him to charge. Neuter trying his best. Graviton comes down here from the Skyhounds. They're able to sort of finish it off. Rosford gets back onto the point. They're fighting onto the point now, and it looks like here they're going to keep going. Overtime still ticking down. They finish off both Ollie and Rosford, and they're able to finish off Rialto with no time left on the clock. But that a finish is a good solution, good result here for the Skyhounds, as Rialto is rarely finished by teams. I think there's a 54% defense win percentage here on this map, so it is very defense friendly, and to get a win here is big.
Yes, for sure. And the burning down of the clock, that was definitely what Skyhounds was going for. I mean, Breakthru was looking for it, and they got it. This definitely seems like a more balanced map between the two teams. So we'll see how they deal with a Hog Orisa.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting here how they deal with this on defense. So what you'll see here, I think, from Skyhounds is they're going to play up a little closer to the bridge, and they're going to try to use Golgi to sort of make sure that that mini grab sort of sticks somebody into the canal. Maybe one, maybe two people. So Ollie and Ollie, Draconic, Sad Widowmane, they've got to be super, super careful here where they play, because they could be grabbed into the drink. And that's what they're going to be looking for, as they're going to be probably trying to burn as much time as possible to not allow them to through the streets of Rialto.
Exactly. And now Breakthru likes running a Pharah, but they don't like running a Mercy as much. So typically you have this Pharah and relying on the heals, either the AoE from the Lucio, or hoping that to God that Ana hits her shots on the Pharah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, isn't that a little bit of a disadvantage, though? Because are they sort of trying to make sure that they have sort of ground healing available for the rest of the team here, and they trust Sad Widowmane in the air by herself?
It's a little bit of a disadvantage, but what I've been trying to teach them is that health packs still exist for Pharahs.
Okay.
Which is kind of funny, because a lot of people instantly, whenever they have a Pharah, they think, oh, I need a Mercy, but you should be able to trust your own gameplay enough, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so that's what Sad's confidence has been building, but not built enough, because he switches to the Genji.
Yeah, and Golgi actually ended up going to the Reinhardt, and they're going to play Reinhardt Zarya here instead of the Orisa Hog. So they did some last-minute changes here, and we weren't able to sort of call that out in time. Pumpkin actually got slept here. They're trying to charge him and kill him. Oh, they missed. He survived it all, and it looks like Rosford got Golgi on a big fire strike there. So they're going to have to back up. No main tank here means advantage time for Breakthru, as they're going to try through. Here comes the nano boost, immediately going to Rosford. It looks like Rhombus got the nano boost here to save his life, and this is going to be a little problematic, as Rhombus is not going to be able to generate enough. Oh, big shatter there into the back! But are they going to be able to sort of capitalize on it? Not very much, as Golgi takes Rosford out, and now it's time for the other Rhine to show his salt here. But it looks like he's losing the rest of his team, as it looks like it's Smile having to deal with Sad Widowmane in the back. Golgi onto the point, as a lonely Reinhardt is down 3v1 here. They're trying to kill him. He won't go down, and the rest of his team is coming through, and now Dragons come through, and that's going to give him a little bit of a respite as he charges into safety here, trying to sort of swing away.
Is this a C9?
Yeah, it is! It is a C9! He gave up the point! He tried to get in there and kill somebody onto the side, and ended up giving up point A. As the fight continues, as he's going to have to sort of back up here, and now they're going to have to back up around the corner. Advantage to Breakthru as they come around the corner.
Now they have Blade and Dragon, so they're going to have to figure out what they want to combo. They're most likely going to go with the Grab Dragons, and then use Sad Widowmane's ult to clean up, bait out the Zenyatta, and then clean up with Genji Blade.
Yeah, they're grouped up now here. If they could just see what we see, they're actually up at the top. Sad Widowmane goes down. You know, there they are. Where is the grab? He needs to hit it now. He's just a little late. Oh, but he still caught Smile with that. He wasn't in position right to know where the grab was. Now a grab coming in here for the Skyhounds, but a great Lucio ult there will protect everyone. Even though they get grenaded, that's going to keep them up and going to last through the duration of the grenade. So therefore, Neuter getting 2 big kills here, as Golgi has to stay on the point. It's going to force back Breakthru, and now a reset slightly coming here. I think they're just trying to sort of make sure that everybody's back so they can fight CP6.
What I'm really impressed with is Smile's self-control not to use his trans. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
He died to the Dragons knowing that they'd have another fight, and now they have that trans for a Nano Blade.
Normally, a Zenyatta is immediately quick with that Q as soon as they get caught up in the grab. He didn't use it there, and now it could be an advantage for them as they're going to be able to sort of hold this point a little better. The Tran's going to come out now as soon as that Dragon Blade came out. Oh. Not fast enough, though, to save Ina1, as the Trans actually is going to be saving the rest of the team. Looks like Golgi got naded, though, so they're going to try to focus on him. Down he goes. Down goes Pumpkin, too, and they're going to capture point B. And, and the rest of Skyhounds goes down. Look at this. Great performance here by Breakthru through point B.
It looks like they're going to push up and try to hold them a bit in spawn or a little bit back. But without a Reinhardt, that can be a little bit tough.
Yeah, and it's going to be a little hard as Rosfer is actually now going to meet them up here. So now they have all the space that they want. They're trying to trap them in the Cathedral here so that they can basically make sure that if they're going to fight, they're going to fight in a small area and give themselves any sort of advantage that they can. So here comes the payload as it wraps around the corner here. This is a very fast time coming from Breakthru here. Remember, this is an escort map, so no matter what, if they complete, Skyhounds will get a minute to keep going. So looks like they're going to try to defend here at the doorway. Got to be careful of that Pharah, who's going to be around the corner. A big Shatter comes in, catches both tanks, and Hoot there. Charge comes in, will get Sad Widowmane right after Ina1 goes down. Rosfer still alive, trying to sort of push through and do what he can here on that tank, but Doomfist now coming out, and that is a Reinhardt's worst nightmare right now. Graviton comes in, catches Golgi in there, but he gets nano boosted, and Trance, what a save there! Lots of great support play there coming through from Skyhounds to save their main tank superstar as Pumpkin gets into the back and kills the supports here from Breakthru. It has just gone wrong on this push. They're going to have to reset. My goodness, what a turnaround here from Skyhounds.
Now, going into this fight, they know they don't have Brand, and they have Blade to initiate the next fight. So this could be over for
Skyhounds if this is played correctly.
Yeah, this could be a little more difficult now for Skyhounds to defend, but they do have a Shatter and a Graviton here, and I wouldn't put it past them to blow one of those ults if they know that the Genji comes and gets popped out here. So if you see Blade, look for a Shatter, look for a grab right away to see if they can just sort of nullify that. Oh, and there's the Earth Shatter into the back. It looks like Rhombus doesn't want to blow the Graviton on here with the Shatter already hitting the back line of Breakthru. So he's going to save that. So it looks like they're going to be able to sort of force them back. That Blade just wasn't able to do anything. With 2:11 here left on the clock, Skyhounds looking pretty good here with still a Graviton in their bank to sort of hold off what Breakthru's pushing through.
What's interesting is the McCree swap. They don't really have a Pharah anymore, so it's a little bit non-conventional considering the shield. But going into this fight, Skyhounds does have a grab, but they're probably going to hold it for the Hanzo to get ult first.
Yeah, though they've got to be careful about not being too greedy here, because coming out of that door, they had a perfect opportunity for a grab and didn't use it there. So they're trying to make sure that they want to get maximum kills here. The Charge comes in, great bubble here. Golgi actually goes in, and there's the grab. It's going to catch them all. Lucio ult, and the Dragons come through, and the Dragons get maximum value. Down go one of each player from Skyhounds. Support, DPS, and tank go down, and it is just a slaughter here. Skyhounds able to stop him at the door as they build up 3 more ults here. Golgi will be available with an ult, so this is looking pretty good here on the defense from Skyhounds.
I would admit, it kind of feels like Drag always has nano. He's like a nano machine. It's pretty crazy. I wish I had teammates that could do that.
Yeah, it's very hard for an Ana to generate as fast as Dragonic has been generating here. But with 49 seconds left to go, this game is getting a little desperate now here for Breakthru. They need to cap this point or this match is over. And it looks like Rosfer here is trying to sort of push his best. Graviton now here on the other side. Rhombus comes in. Transcendence comes in. And that's going to be able to save them. Nobody goes down to the Grav Dragon. They blew what they could. Pumpkin gets into the back and kills Rosfer. No main tank here for Breakthru. They just got to be careful. Don't lose too many more players. They lost Ollie and Hoot. This is not good. INO actually has been going ham. Takes out 3 neuter. Trying to survive as long as he can. 14 seconds left to go. This is going to be really close on whether or not they can touch.
This might be game.
Oh, Dragon actually comes in. They actually kill the Lucio before he gets in. Rosfer does not get to the point, and that is going to be that. Team Skyhounds here wins this series 3-1 over Breakthru. Oh, that was heartbreaking. They had so much time there at the very end and were just unable to punch through the Cathedral. Very
as
tough there
quickly
for
as
Breakthru.
Drag was generating those nanos, Smile was generating those trans, which was perfect. It was definitely keeping their teams alive.
Yeah, that last grab dragon there, right into the transcendence of Smile. Look at that healing from the Zenyatta. 16,000 healing from a Zen.
That's absolutely insane.
That is absolutely crazy, and that is fantastic. Kudos to me. Smile, you're the MVP of that match from this particular caster. And that is, yeah, and that's going to be that, I think. Skyhounds here wins 3-1 on this series. Thoughts here, Madier, about what we've just seen through between Breakthru and Skyhounds?
Honestly, I think the point could have been taken if they had a Orisa, which may have been a struggle. And I'm going to definitely be working with Neuter and Rosfer more on their Orisa gameplay. You know, this is what Overwatch Pretenders is all about, getting players to a certain point where they can feel more comfortable in their own competitive games and learning heroes they wouldn't exactly be comfortable with. I'm very proud of them, especially Hoot going out of her normal hero pool and playing Sombra. And so I'd say this was a success for both teams.
Absolutely. I think they looked very respectable, and both teams actually looking pretty good on some of the maps that they've played. The work here and there, but this is what this is all about. They need to sort of practice. They need to make sure that everything is all set and ready to go when I guess the main competition starts. This is still a placement match. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah. So therefore, you know, call this a sort of like a sort of a comp heavy scrim. So I say.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, my only question is, why is Smile plat? Come on, Smile.
You know what it is like sometimes you just don't want to put in the effort through the ladder. The ladder can be absolutely frustrating, especially as a support main, because honestly, like, people don't want to listen to you. Yeah, they yell at you if they die, even though they're stupid. You know, this is just some of the things that support mains have to go through in the ladder, and I can completely understand. The way that Smile played in this match, he didn't look like a plat. He looked very comfortable on the Zen and the supports, and it was just one of those things I think he just maybe not have time to go through the ladder. But I think that's going to do it for us. I have been your caster, Hodahori. Madier, any final thoughts here to the Twitch audience for this cast?
GG's. That's all I can say.
All right.
Great game.
All right.
Very entertaining.
And there was Matty A's sort of recorded VOD here. Hopefully we'll hear him more during the Overwatch Pretenders cast because he will be applying, and hopefully this VOD will get him into the casting booth for Overwatch Pretenders. But for Madier, I am your caster, Hodahori. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we will see you next time.
See you later.